Good evening, folks. I pushed my buttons out of order. Hi, everybody. What's up, Satellite Sun? What's up, Manic? What's up, RV Winkle? Hi, everybody. Happy Saturday. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing pretty good. Pretty doggone good, if I do say so myself. It's been a long day. It's been a busy day. It's been a tiring day, but it's been a very, very good day, honestly. I think I mentioned yesterday that we were doing, my kids had like a sports day at their Japanese school. We do it every year. We've done it for many years now. And I've come to really, really enjoy it. We go out to this big athletic field at one of the colleges near here. We set up a tent and some blankets. We crash out there. The kids go off onto their teams, and they do different events throughout the day. They do foot races. They do tug of war. They do dances. They do a really, really funny game because all the kids are divided into two teams, the white team and the red team. If you know anything about Japanese culture, you know they love their two-team system. And one of the games they play is they throw tons. They divide them into the white group and the red group, and they throw tons of little like bean bags, like hundreds of bean bags out on the field. White ones on the white side, red ones on the red side. And then they have some poor person stand in the middle of this gaggle of children with a long pole with a basket on the top. And the kids start on the outside of the circle, and they play like silly dance music. And the kids got to do like a little silly dance or whatever, right? When the music switches, all the kids turn and charge into the circle, grab up the bean bags, and they try to chuck them into the basket. Then when the music changes back to the silly dance music, they run back out of the circle. And they keep doing this back and forth for like 5 minutes or so. And at the end, they count up how many bean bags actually made it into the basket, and whoever got the most wins, obviously. But I just love it because there is a poor person standing at the bottom of each of those poles. And you just see when the music changes, they're just like, they just like curl up like a little armadillo as they get pelted by hundreds and hundreds of beanbags. Oh, it just needs to be that poor person. No, it's always school staff. Poor bastards. So they would never take one such as I, one so unaccomplished in the beanbag arts, to do that. And you know what? I'm fine with that. I'm very okay with that. What's up, Fury Fighter? Good to see you tonight. So yeah, it's great. The parents just lounge while the kids do this. We get up when they're doing their events and take videos and whatnot. Then we go back to the tent and eat snacks. Had a really nice bento for lunch. We went and got frozen yogurt after the event was over. Girls had, and then my poor girls had cheerleading practice after that. So I got to come home and convalesce a bit. I played some more Shadows of Doubt. I've got a second murder case, but all my leads on that one are coming up cold, so I'm gonna have to try something new. Good evening, Sacrificial Toast. It is quite good to see you tonight. Saturday nights are like the one night that you're kind of able to make it out now, right? I think I remember you mentioning that before, so it's good. It's good that you're here. Hopefully the infrastructure holds up. Things seemed all right last night, but I certainly don't want to jinx it. Peach, good to see you as well. How's it going? It's going good. It's going good. Oh, you went to your board game group today. Nice. What did you play? Curious what the board game du jour at the moment is. Played a lot of cool stuff. Oh, nice. Well, that is lovely to hear. I was joking in Discord earlier today that I was, because I think it was not a roguelike. I was confused because I was talking about getting food poisoning in there, and that happened yesterday and not today. We didn't see it until today. And I joked that I was working on another case of food poisoning. I didn't get food poisoning today, but I've made some inadvisable eating decisions that I'm currently managing right now. So hopefully that goes okay as well. Have you stopped eating Pugsley? God, I hope so. I wouldn't. I'm not sure I would remember if I did. It seems like the kind of thing that you would just black out and then just wake up with like striped pieces of cloth draped across you. Ugh. I shudder to even think about it. I shudder to think about Pugsley's scavenger hunt at all. I hope you all remember the deal I made with you. Story's grandmother really tweaked her neck, so we played nurse and grocery delivery people, got her lunch, and we went to get dinner, got her ice cream. And that sounds nice. That's cool. I mean, unfortunate for her. I hope she recovers quickly, but, you know. Nice excuse to do some nice things and hang out. Nothing wrong with that. Played NES, Return to Dark Tower, The Night Cage, Ravens of Thrice. There's no way I'm pronouncing that right. Backgammon, and a game I forgot the name of, but it was also pretty fun. Wow, that is a full day. What was the most interesting? Out of all those you played, what was the most interesting one? I told you you're asking to be visited by the god of pain and toilets. You're more right than you know, Spice. You are far more right than you know. And I accept my fate. I don't welcome it, but I accept it. It's not my annoying cough, too. But I'm sure everything will be cleared up eventually. Tomorrow, at least, we get to rest a bit. I'm gonna do some yard work tomorrow. But outside of that, we're pretty much just going to a barbecue and like hanging out with friends and stuff. I know of NES and backgammon as funny as it would be to imply that I don't. I don't actually know how to play backgammon. I think I've owned something you could play backgammon on at every point in my life, and I have never learned how to play backgammon. I have no idea. Like there's a nice wooden, like classic board game set out there right now in the very next room that I play chess with my daughter. The other side is a backgammon board. It has printed instructions and all the pieces and everything, and I still don't know how to play it. Dark Tower and Night Cage are the ones that are new to me. Dark Tower is cool, has a giant tower in the middle that spins around and spits skulls at you, and runs off an ab-vibe. That's really cool. That sounds like a crazy-ass modern version of Fireball Island, which none of y'all might be familiar with, but was a really, really cool board game, 3D board game back in the 90s. There's more depth to it than you would think. Yeah, Dave, all I know about it is there's triangles, and I think you use the same pieces as in checkers, but it has like a special scoring system or something. I don't know. One of these days, chat, one of these days, pow, zoom, straight to backgammon knowledge. One of these days I'll figure it out. Pretty sure I had the board game called Hero Quest. RV Winkle, Hero Quest is quite storied. I've heard a lot of people talk about it. I did not have Hero Quest. I had Hero Quest weird janky little brother Key to the Kingdom. And that was a neat game. Because it had a folding board. The board, like the game world in that actually had like 6 panels. And it started closed, but the center of each leaf of the board was like a portal. And if somebody jumped in the portal, you would fold that side of the board out, and you'd get 2 new zones to check out. So 6 total is really neat. We used to have backgammon in my high school's relaxation room. One day during graduation, me and my friend asked everyone in the school if they knew how to play backgammon. We couldn't find a single person that knew how to play it. They have the re-release of Hero Quest at GameStop for $150. I want so bad. Quickly asked the principal, and she gave very, yeah, definitely know how. Learn to play backgammon when you're 5 or 6 years old. I think I always had other board games to play. Like I had an entire board game shelf when I was a kid. I think we've talked about this. I had a bunch of the classics. I had Monopoly and Scrabble and Battleship. I had my mom's copy of Life, which was from the 60s. I had some more esoteric 90s stuff like Fireball Island and Key to the Kingdom and Wildcatter. I was missing some really obvious ones. I didn't have like Guess Who. I didn't have like we never had Trivial Pursuit or anything like that. I had a very basic chess/checkerboard, which I'm pretty sure had a backgammon board on the back of it, and I still just never learned how to play it. I owned Hero Quest and could not get anyone to play with you even once. That is tragic, Satellite. I feel for you. Netcage is a neat, fairly simple co-op game with where players wander a dark maze. Can only see the tiles right around them and old ones fall away and are lost forever. Everyone has to find a key and they all have to meet up at a single gate before the light runs out. That sounds neat. I bet the mechanics of that are pretty cool. Childhood trauma led to longing board game dreams for decades until I found modern board gaming. Well, at least this has a happy ending, I think. It's very easy to learn. Backgammon is super simple. I did say Monopoly. You'll notice Monopoly is not printed anywhere on the page, though. A lot of luck, but there's skill to it, too. Made 3 of these and I bought them. With this. Holy cannoli. Dungeons and Dragons Castle Ravenloft board game. Let's see. Treasure cards, adventure treasure cards. I really like the miniatures. Like, the miniatures are really, really cool looking. I think I have a soft spot for any board game that takes longer to, like, punch out and prepare all the pieces than it does to actually play. There's a Famicom backgammon game? Huh. I wonder if it was just backgammon or if it was one of those like 6-in-1 board game things or something. What's up, Ms. Roy? Good to see you. Good evening, good evening. Good evening, Helveet as well. Yes, we are on board game chat. I was lamenting my lot in life as being a backgammon ignoramus. I still don't know how to play backgammon despite owning a copy of backgammon like for my entire life. Oh, it's just called backgammon. Well, there you go. There you go, Dave. For the disc system, no less. How interesting. As its name implies, backgammon is simply a game of backgammon and nothing more. Multiplayer is available in the game's versus mode. That's so funny. It's backgammon, idiot. Never owned or played backgammon. I imagine that's pretty common too. But I always had very basic board gaming sets. Like I've always had like a checker chessboard. And a lot of those just have a backgammon board on the back of it. Nowadays, a simple board game is like maybe you'll be done in an hour. Backgammon takes like 10 minutes. Dude, I know. Even chess can go really, really quickly. If you're not thinking very hard about your moves, and I certainly don't. But yeah, like I have a big box version of Carcassonne and like, yeah. Just the base set of Carcassonne takes like 45 minutes to play through. If you add any of the add-ons, like each one adds like an additional 20 to 40 minutes. I used to take my big box of Carcassonne to work and I would play with a coworker. She's super into board games and we used to play like every day at lunch. But yeah, anything beyond the base game would stretch beyond our normal hour lunch break, so. We never got in trouble, fortunately, playing Carcassonne, but... As a kid, I did wind up digging a copy of Othello out of the basement from before I was born and fell in love with it, no kidding. It's my old people game story. It is, to be fair, kind of a boomer game. I mean, how old is backgammon? Like, I have to assume backgammon is one of those games that nobody alive right now was alive for the inception of backgammon or anything. Medieval times, that's kind of what I figured, yeah. Like, it's up there, it's gotta be at least up there with chess, right? Approximately 5,000 years old. Goes back to the Roman Empire. Damn. Damn. Viticulture feels like it takes 54 days to set up and another 20 to play. I remember when I was a kid. The game that took forever to set up and forever to play was Axis and Allies. That was it. I was always fascinated by Axis and Allies since it went to such lengths to simulate World War II. But like I played it once when I was a kid, and I think we spent like an hour and a half just setting up the board, and then I had no idea how to play it. Obviously, don't know exactly how they played back then, right? Yeah, I can't imagine there are any cuneiform tablets that have like printed instructions on them. What's up, PM Collector Boy? Yes, we were enjoying some fine NES background music while we yammer about board games. Used to have that old VHS game Nightmare. I never had any of the VHS board games. I kind of wish I did. I kind of wish I had the Star Trek The Next Generation one. Because I've seen clips from that on YouTube and it looks hilarious. Speaking of elaborate setups, did anyone in history ever legitimately play a game of Mousetrap? Oh God, I almost did. I owned Mousetrap. But I would always play like house rules where we went ahead and set up the whole mousetrap from the start. So basically you're just rolling to go around the board and collect cheese and then see who gets unlucky and ends up in the mousetrap in the end. You say that and we have the royal game of That is true. That is true. So maybe we just haven't found that particular tablet. As a comparison, chess is only about 1,500 years old. That's really interesting. That's interesting. What about checkers? Does checkers fall somewhere in between, or is checkers mysteriously more recent, or? You have, in fact, played a complete game of Mousetrap? We may need to confirm that, Satellite. We may need witnesses. Checkers is older and has a checkered past. Legend. Literally, you didn't think they existed. There's a board game back in the 80s called Campaign for North Africa that probably has a single-digit number of actually completed games. Oh, is that another really, really crunchy, like military strategy board game? Oh, okay, I have a question. How many of you have gotten into those hateful, endless games of Risk? Because I have in my life met a lot of people that would complain bitterly about Risk. Every time I played Risk, it's been pretty fun and it's moved fairly briskly. I've never gotten stuck in one of these endless. Oh, you have, Manic? Okay. I mean, I assume people have. Like, Risk has a reputation for that, and I have no reason to assume it's not deserved. It's just that hasn't been my personal experience. Playing time with 10 players is listed at 12. Oh my God. 1,200 hours? That's 5 players per side. Jesus Christ. I'm in the club of quitting Monopoly to go to bed. Stratego is another good one. I played Stratego a couple times. That was pretty cool. Risk and Monopoly just ruined everyone's opinions about board games from childhood. Moved fairly briskly. Yes, it did. Stratego is actually good. Yeah, I wish I played more Stratego when I was younger. It just seemed like a cool game. So. I wonder if my girls would actually be interested in some of the more complex modern board games. My older daughter might, depending on she really likes miniatures and stuff, so something like that board game that Fury linked. She might be interested in it just because of the miniatures and little odds and ends. Think we have a set? You should grab that. You should, Toast. What's up, Shadows? Good to see you. You walked right into board game chat for the evening. Hope you're prepared. And Arcane, good to see you as well. Welcome to board game chat. A lot of bad family board games before the big renaissance starting in the 90s. There were, weren't there? There were. Like when you think back to the board games that most people commonly played in the 80s and early 90s. Yeah, it was a bunch of like endless garbage. Or stuff that was like thoroughly corrupted by house rules and whatnot. What was it that turned things around in the 90s? Can you point to any specific board games? Was it the rise of Catan or something, or a bunch of shitty games back in the game? Was it Catan? Crossfire. I will have that commercial seared into my brain for the rest of my life. Like, I'm convinced that commercial did brain damage to all the children who watched it, and we're just gonna have Crossfire just inscribed on our souls for all time. I don't think it was the cause, but Catan is the inflection point. That sounds right. That sounds reasonable. How do we swing towards making Oddish play Monopoly again? I think wishful thinking on the parts of some absolutely degenerate people. Fortunately, we're safe from that because I don't think anybody's going to consider Monopoly an unsung hero of the NES or to have any heroic traits whatsoever. But we did end up on Board Game Chat somehow. I'm not even sure how. I think it was Sacrificial Toast, sharing the very interesting board games they've played recently. And of course, that piqued our curiosity. Been replaying Ace Combat 3, nice. Stratego end up somewhere else. But find that shit. Crossfire, DuckTales, woo! And the intro to We Will Rock You will stick in my soul forever. Yep. Doubtless. Also, Lord, I see you there. Good evening. I like weird niche games. Best friend I used to play an X-Men board game a lot. That's cool. I mean, I like niche games too. I've told y'all many times, I had a weird, like, alternate version of Monopoly called Wildcatter, where you were buying up pieces of oil fields and you actually had to like roll to drill wells on them, and the random chance determined how profitable each property would be. It was actually really neat. It was really, really neat. And I had that 3D game Fireball Island. I had the Omega Virus, one of those early like talking electronic board games. My favorite recent board game times was playing Cards in Trivial Pursuit with my partner via candlelight during a power outage. That sounds so nice. Sometimes we turn off the lights and recreate the vibes. No, Helvy, that's awesome. That is a really, really cool thing to do. Like, I remember you've actually unlocked a memory of mine where we had a power outage when I was a kid in North Carolina, and it was during the winter. So we put a log on the fireplace because we didn't have anywhere to go in the evening. My parents just put on a log in the fireplace to light up the living room. And I thought that would be the perfect time to get out my big, pretty copy of The Jungle Book. Like, not the Disney-fied one, but a nice old-fashioned copy of Rudyard Kipling's The Jungle Book, and lay there in front of the fire and read that. And that was a really neat experience. That was like the perfect ambiance to be doing that. Games that have unique mechanics always catch your interest. Decently heavy war game called Maria that I only ever got to play once. Has so many clever mechanics, it's hard not to love it. Interesting, very interesting. Shtoria's TV song stuck in her head. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? That's okay. Which one though? The live action game show or the animated Fox Kids show? The game show. Okay. I just had to confirm because both of those are stuck in my head for very different reasons. Very, very different reasons. I mean, the game show a cappella song is an absolute classic. The animated show intro is just incredibly bizarre. Dove into a rabbit hole of German game translation of all things and learned some kind of funny thing. No kidding. Criminally cozy? Yeah, indeed. Never had any fun tabletop shit, just the same dime a dozen games. Well, I mean, that's like, you've certainly come a long way from the Air Fury, all the card games and stuff that you play. So it's not like you're not making up for lost time. Is it really repeatable? Some friends and I play a tabletop box set escape room game called Exit. There's a lot more papercraft than I expected. That's cool. Yeah, one year for Secret Santa or White Elephant or something, somebody bought like an escape room board game, which seemed like a really neat concept. We never got around to playing it, but it did seem cool. Favorite intro song is still the Animaniacs. That's another banger. That is another absolute classic. Example is a big board of spaces connected by lines. You move your generals around on a map and get into fights. Overlaid on that map is just a big grid. Each grid space has a poker suit listed on it. In a fight, you can play cards from your hand to gain strength in battle, but you can only play cards matching the suit of the grid area. So in that way, you introduce regions you want to fight in or avoid with simple hand play. That's neat, Toast. That's pretty cool. Unlock is a better experience. I have an app that helps educate things. Specifically, the Grandia 2 German translation is a really fun mistake. You know, when you miss an attack, RPGs play miss. The German version didn't miss, as in missing attacks. It shouts, what? That's so bizarre. I only just started playing those TCGs I was collecting. That being said, it's been really fun to play them. I'm very excited for Tuesday, using your Intuit check to get a Soulforge Fusion expansion pack. Nice. Very, very nice. Yeah, I should look up when our next batch of One Piece cards is coming. I want to get back to playing that. I never did fully test out the Navy decks we got. So that could be fun. I also started on Twitter. I just randomly found an account that tweets out stuff about the old Decipher Star Wars TCG, and I followed them. So now I get these regular injections of nostalgia directly into my eyeballs from Twitter, and it makes me think about my cards a lot and want to bust them out and do something with. I don't know what I'd do with them. Nobody in this house would play them with me, but. Don't play with constructed decks. You mash two half decks together. It's like Keyforge. I think I remember you talking about that. Under Siege. Neat. I remember paying the figurines. And this SNES soccer game where if you get a penalty, it should display Scheisen or shootout. Do a typo, it just shouts Scheisen! Incredible. Incredible stuff. I love it. We think we get all the good typos in old foreign games, but no. No, it's all the other languages that get the really amazing shit. Mine even. Goodness, chat. I love video games too. You might not know this. You might not know this, chat, but I am a pretty big video game fan, as it happens. And so are the people behind Nintendo Power. I am immensely curious about this segment they have here called Unsung Heroes of the NES. So we should jump into this. Before we do that, quick reminder about the schedule. No stream tomorrow night because I don't stream on Sundays. And Monday, I don't know what I'm playing. I still haven't decided, and I'm probably not gonna decide until I turn on the stream on Monday. So there's your schedule reminder, chat. Completely useless. No content whatsoever, and I apologize for nothing. You don't love them, you just fucking... If I could play all these games in bed, oh god, I would never leave my bed again. Took a bit from Magic the Gathering. Each deck has commanders you can't use till cycles in the game happen. Ooh, let's have a look at this. Oh, yeah, I think I've seen you post these cards before. That's pretty cool. That's pretty neat. Schedule reminder, no content whatsoever. Need to get us another night at King of the Castle? Ah, maybe. There's a, like, King of the Castle is fun, but there's a lot of other stuff that I'm having more fun doing. I had a great time last night just chatting about old games and manuals and stuff. Now playing Who the Fuck Knows. That's kind of what we're auguring towards. I'm making an active effort to kind of loosen up my own desire to like schedule things weeks and months in advance, and I feel like I'm doing a pretty good job. I feel like I'm doing a much better job flying seat of pants. So this coming week is another step towards that, where I really genuinely don't know when I'm gonna start on Monday, and that's okay. We're gonna start something and it's gonna be fun. Monday's a surprise stream, be sure not to Fraulein it. Sure, Toro doesn't like the game much. 2 of the half decks we got were not very good when mixed with any of the others. Oh, that's a shame. Should be a Twitch category, Who the Fuck Knows? It should! It absolutely should. There should be a random games category where it's just like, I don't know, stuff that doesn't... I mean, I've said this a bunch. I really wish Twitch would just do more general channels, because having specific categories for each individual game in existence is really not helpful at all for discoverability. Like, they're really only practical when a game first launches, or if it becomes like huge or a timeless classic. And that, I don't need to remind you, that is a vanishingly small proportion of video games as a whole. So, I mean, I'm just glad there's a retro category for me is stream under. But yeah, I would love an indie. I would love an indie category. I would love some very general ones. RPG, adventure, puzzle, stuff like that. Technically, every game is retro because the game came out in the past. You do have a good point there, Grunt Fodder. You do have a good point. Eventually, I may just stop changing my category entirely. I mean, most of the time, I don't change it. So yeah, I might just stream under retro for the rest of my life or something. Coming Monday, and I was just like, we're playing Dusk, and I would squee. Spanish Final Fantasy 7 is also funny because the game alternately refers to your party. There's the word for political party or fiesta. Counterpoint early access. I mean, early access already happened by the time you get to it. The early access period is itself retro from that point of view. Everything is retro from a certain point of view. It just says, please make a political party of 3. I mean, you gotta start somewhere. Change starts from within. Fiesta can go sleep upstairs. Why would my Fiesta do that? Monday, Oddge will start the stream wearing black eyeliner and somberly going, we are playing Hunger and Fear. Fear and Hunger. Oh, God. I would need the patch that removes all the dongs. And if I'm doing that, like, what's the point? Why stream a game with a bunch of dongs if you can't enjoy them? I always say. From my point of view, the games are retro. Hey, look, retro is very accurate for what we do around here. The vast majority of the time, I'm playing ancient ass games. When I'm not playing ancient ass games, I'm giving ancient ass takes in my capacity as a rapidly aging man. So, it's all retro all the time. Again, just from a certain point of view. Translator didn't quite get how pronouns work in Spanish. Characters just alternate pronouns. It almost sounds like machine translated, but with no provisions for like keeping track of genders or plurals or anything like that. So, anyway, chat. Anyway, I know this is verboten around here. I know we're probably not in the right headspace for it since we did just have 3 hours of pure unadulterated chat last night. But I do think I'm gonna get into the magazine because I am really interested what this whole unsung heroes of the NES feature is. Where is your name? I am no hero, Eva, and you know that. Was the game certainly have a retro bench to them? When was the last time you played a battle royale on stream? Yeah, exactly. I don't think I've ever streamed a battle royale. Have I? If I have, I can't think of it. Do we have to sing this part? No, they must remain unsung. Because if you sang them, then they would be sung heroes, and nobody would want that. I imagine they're very comfortable in their status as unsung. European translation standards were odder than in America. German Nintendo translation was done by a dude translating to Japanese. Oh, yikes. Ooh, yeah, you don't want to go through multiple languages. It literally turns into a game of telephone. In some cases, it really does, with translators communicating over long distances over how the translation works. Love the Google Translate Whisper game, yeah. All right, chat, listen up. Have you ever wondered if there was a game out there that you may have overlooked? A good game that just slipped right past you while you weren't looking? We're willing to bet that it happened to most of you. This article deals with NES games that didn't sell nearly as well as we thought they would, and the reasons they might not have reached their potential. Okay, that was not an angle I was expecting Nintendo Power to take. They're actually talking about games that underperformed at market. And they're gonna discuss reasons why that may have happened. That's surprising. So that means, just on this page, Metal Storm, Vice Project Doom, and River City Ransom did not sell well, or at least did not meet projections. Saying Don't Feed the Monkeys came out of the blue, so I've been taking a look at that. Don't Feed the Monkeys, what is that? I know the name, but I don't know what kind of game this is. Jesus Christ, Shadows. High Metacritic scores, low audience participation. We got a section here about influences. What influences a person, namely you, to purchase a video game? It's probably a combination of things. Advertising, marketing, TV commercials look hot. You may tempt to purchase the game. Does the package appeal to you? Provided you don't know much about the game. How can its outward appearance influence your reach for it in your wallet? Easy. Put an old bearded man with a banjo on it. Problem solved. Seeing ads in video game magazines really hits home as well, but unfortunately what you see is not always what you get. Tell me about it, Nintendo Power. I've only been doing this for what, 2-3 years? Mass people purchased the first Simpsons game, Bart vs. the Space Mutants. Many were disappointed with the odd play control and the overall format of the game. So why did it sell so many copies? I mean, that's a question that keeps me up at night. Well, for starters, everyone loves The Simpsons. Does this mean that a video game is going to be as good as the TV show? Not necessarily, is like the nicest possible thing they could say at this juncture. Grandma's buying games for their kids? Totally, yes. The Phalanx strategy is too strong. Oh man, Banjo gets me every time. Also, what's up, 2-Hit? Good to see you. How much your purchase decision is affected by the license company's reputation? Are you more likely to purchase a new Capcom, Konami, or Nintendo game because of their track records? Chat, I'd just like to remind you that back in 1993, Konami was an example of a company whose games you'd buy because of their good track record. I just want y'all to really internalize that, especially the younger folks in the audience. This isn't a statement that's aged like skim milk. Nintendo Power can't just dunk on all licensed games. That's not profitable. Very true. Very true. Konami was an arcade powerhouse back then. Konami was an everything powerhouse back then. I mean, their home console business was booming as well. They were legit a major player in the video game market. It's just amazing to see how the times change. I mean, they changed over a long period, over the course of like 3 decades. But man, to see them now wallowing in their own filth, to think back to the glory days of Contra and Castlevania and the like, hurts my soul. I mean, even Capcom was on shaky ground for a period there. Capcom went through a pretty rough patch where it just seemed like they couldn't put out anything good, and then finally turned it around with Monster Hunter. But could they do the Yakuza was gonna take their thumbs? It's a good bet. The answer is yes. While this strategy may be fairly safe, sooner or later you'll pass over some great stuff. It takes a little more effort to seek out information regarding less talked about titles, but the result will be worth your while. Other sources of information, reviews, and gaming magazines like Nintendo Power, and no other examples. There are no other video game magazines other than Nintendo Power, make no mistake. Give players an opportunity to see what a game is about. Go for a little word of mouth information to your friends. They won't steer you wrong. Yes, they fucking will. Yes, they absolutely will. I mean, to my friend's credit, I did not get into the Mega Man series until I played it at a friend's house. So, my friend did not steer me wrong there at least, but definitely on other games. Capcom was on shaky ground thanks to Inafune's wonderful leadership. That and Ono's killing of the fighting games. Yeah, really rough times for them. Would George do that? George would absolutely do that. George would absolutely do that. What's up, Vesty? And Deep Thought, good to see you both. Only trust your fists, your friends will never help you. Everyone knows they can count on Mega Man and Mario, but how willing are you to take a chance on an unknown video game character? Every hero has to start somewhere, even if it's in the trash. Advertising, marketing, and distribution factors. Ooh, my favorite. Large licensing companies can generally afford bigger budgets to promote new releases. That doesn't necessarily mean their games are the only games for you. Many ways to effectively advertise video game, television, Probably used to seeing TV ads from companies such as Acclaim, Capcom, Konami, and Nintendo for their games. It's common fare. How many times have you seen an ad on TV from a smaller licensee company like American Sammy, Seta, or Koei? Can you remember any? Cost of producing a game alone is often enough to deplete a smaller licensee's funds for a project. For example, games like Metal Storm and Vice Project Doom had no license and low visibility, but what they do have is play value, and they are absolutely right on that. Both of those games are a lot of fun to play. I hope the Mega Man DX collection sold well. Fury Fighter, did you know the Mega Man Battle Network collection is like the best-selling Mega Man thing ever? Like, it just smashed all of Capcom's records for Mega Man games. Like, I remember reading, like, and it achieved that in like a matter of weeks. Like, it absolutely annihilated all of their sales projections. It is crazy how fast that sold. Hope you get a Legends collection next. I mean, if Capcom thinks they can print money with Mega Man stuff now, then you'll get it. Isn't Battle Network like a CCD? Battle Network is an RPG. The Battle Network series is basically Mega Man RPGs with a really, at the time, unique battle system. Now you get a fair number of indie games aping the same style because they're developed by people who came up on Battle Network. Mega Man X Monster Hunter Cross when? I mean, aren't there, like, wasn't there a Mega Man crossover in, like, done in the mobile game? There you go. I got beaten to the punch on that one. Mega Man RPG is about how the Internet of Things is a really bad idea and unsafe, and we should probably not do that. I watched Smite play some of, I think, Battle Network 1, and yeah, that is extremely accurate. Like, in the world of Mega Man Battle Network, just literally everything is networked, and it's the worst idea in the world. It makes everything so vulnerable to everything from basic system failures to like online terrorism. A deep dive into the business side of the industry is a fascinating direction for Nintendo Power to meditate on for their audience. I have no idea how someone thought this would be an article and the intended audience, aka kids, would want to read this. So the reason, one of the reasons that I'm going through this article in such depth is I've never read this. I very clearly remember as a child just being like, oh, Metal Storm, River City Ransom, I know those games, flip, flip, flip. Ooh, new Star Fox comic. I have never read the words in this article in my entire life. Yep, there you go. That is both Mega Man-y and Monster Hunty, Monster Hunty as fuck. Global networking is a really bad idea. Time to get my Tesla brain chip for some reason. It's the old parable of the torment nexus. We've had it for years and people never listen. You just read at surface level as we recommend these NES games you may not have heard of. I mean, yeah, but I mean, the language that they're using here, like, where was that? Where was that? The cost of producing a game alone is often enough to deplete a smaller licensee's funds for a project. How many elementary and middle schoolers getting this magazine in the mail are gonna read that sentence and have any fucking idea what it says? Like, it really feels like this article is not written for their main target audience, but like if their video game playing parents or something happen to pick it up and thumb through it or something. Don't create the torment nexus as a manual, not a warning. Another excellent medium for advertising video games is print. Namely video game magazines. Remember Kemco's Shift Happens advertisement for the racing game Top Gear? The game sold very well. Granted, it was a good racing game, but F1 ROC is on the same level as Top Gear and hasn't sold nearly as well. According to our power meter ratings, which are never wrong and must not be questioned, it should have been a closer race. We certainly applaud Kemco for coming up with such a creative and very effective advertisement. Bravo! Bravo! Another extremely important factor in the marketing of video game is distribution. You can't buy a product that you can't find. Smaller licensee companies often have difficulty getting their products on the shelves in large retailers. It's likely that a game from a smaller licensee company will have to do a very strong pre-release demand to obtain a spot in video game displays of retail giants like Kmart and Walmart. Imagine writing a sentence where Kmart is the big boy on the block and Walmart is the up-and-comer. Also, it's a very rich country for Nintendo, considering third-party relationships will become really bad in the next console generations. Yeah. Remember when Konami was the shit? Now Konami is just shit. You remember the years of Crapcom? Yeah. We all lived through that, I think. The younger folks might not remember the true glory days of Konami. But yeah, the Crapcom era was much more recent. And good on them for pulling themselves out of that tailspin too. I misread that. Don't not create the Torment Nexus, and now I have about 20 Nexi, and I'm selling them on Etsy. Would anyone like one? You can get law degrees from Walmart according to some documentary I saw. Who remembers service merchandise? I certainly don't. Let's take a brief look at several games that may have suffered from a lack of marketing support and lack of good distribution. Okay, so what do they say about the individual games here? Metal Storm. Metal Storm could possibly take the award for the unsung hero of NES games if there were an award given out for that. Since there is no such award, you have to trust us. A factor that contributed to Metal Storm's low profile is it did not have good distribution. Metal Storm has great play control. It also has very inventive play control. A robot that can manipulate its gravitational orientation is the main character. The best marketing support this game received was when it was featured on the cover of Nintendo Power, Volume 20. Wow, Volume 22 was a really long-ass time ago. The game was also given a 12-page feature review in the very same issue. The game is challenging, but not extremely difficult to play. The Space Robot theme is a tried-and-true format, but you have to admit, it does lend itself very well to video games. Does it ever? So they're saying the failure of Metal Storm was due to distribution. That it was a solid game, they boosted it as much as they could. It just didn't get on enough store shelves. Was that Capcom series Lost Planet? Oh, the icy bug shooter one? Vice Project Doom. What was their indictment of this one? Another game that appeared on the cover of a Nintendo Power. 11-stage sci-fi adventure games. Lots of action to offer. There weren't a lot of stores who offered it for sale. The distribution of this game was anything but great. I'm actually not sure if I ever saw Vice Project Doom in the stores, come to think of it. Unfortunately, American Sammy doesn't have the ability to muscle their product onto shelves of many major retailers. Another important factor contributing to the game's weak sales statistics is the game was released several months after it received the magazine coverage. Volume 24 was the May 1991 issue. Oh, and it came out in November. So Nintendo Power talked about this game at the beginning of the year, and it didn't come out until the end. What I'm getting from this is if Nintendo Power thinks you'll do well, you'll fail. Unless you're first party. Unless you're first party, then you're golden, no matter what. When the game finally released, many people have forgotten about it. This is also approximately the time when the Super NES was being eagerly awaited. Saving up cash for the Super NES was much higher on the priority list. That's a good point, too. Any NES game that came out near the end of 91 was gonna suffer because that's when people were gearing up to get Super Nintendos. They knew they were on the way. They already had limited availability. So yeah, that's actually a really good point. River City Ransom. Two major things that contributed to the downfall of American Techno's River City Ransom. First of all, the distribution wasn't very good. So that seems to be like the common thread between all of these is like it. Back in the 90s, if you didn't get your game on store shelves, no one was gonna buy it. Because they couldn't. They literally couldn't find it to buy it. Second, possibly a more important factor, the game seemed to succumb to competition from other games, namely Double Dragon. It's ironic that Trade West markets Double Dragon, but American Technos developed it. In essence, they ended up competing with themselves. Recently, they released a new NES title called Crash and the Boys, which we're gonna have to play, because someone with eagle eyes noticed that it was mentioned here. I don't even need to call this shit out. Jesus. American Technos did manage to put out a pretty good game when they released River City Ransom. Ryan and Alex, the main characters in the game, are out to clean up the city and the local high school. Good graphics and great fight sequences are high points in this brawling action game. So, distribution. Distribution in the 90s was an absolute killer. How the story has changed since then. Because now you can just release stuff digitally and you don't have to worry about store. Well, I mean, you do have to. I take it back. You do still have to worry about storefronts, but a very different kind of storefront. You gotta muscle your way on into visibility on Steam or GOG or itch.io or something. So that is unfortunately still a concern, but a very different one. Like I think in the 90s, it was really more of a factor of money. Like companies just not having the money to push their product onto shelves. Whereas these days, it's exposure, it's influence. Like even the smallest, poorest developer can put out like a viral tweet or TikTok or something and get picked up by all the major institutions and have a big hit because of that. Does no one else call it Itch.io? I like calling it Itch.io, but I'm trying to be proper in my speechings. Crash and the boys. Can't believe I have to do this. You can tick the talks on the Twitterses. I'm all the Twitterses. So anyway, before we turn the page on this, let's go ahead and get Crash and his bullshit out of the way. Also, the Double Dragon thing, Double Dragon 3 was apparently made by a team that hadn't touched the series before while the actual team was doing the combat tribes. Ah, okay. Crushing the boys. Hey, you know what? Let's do something more fun. What's the Japanese title of Crash and the Boys? Let's play the Japanese version. Because I don't know what the fuck's going on in this game anyway. I'm gonna fail miserably no matter what version we play. I go back and forth between Itch.io and itch.io. To be fair, I don't 100% know which one is right and neither sound great to you. Yeah. Whatever you're in the mood for at the time, I suppose. Is it like... I know it's a Kunio-kun game. Does it start with that or... Probably not. That's their soccer game. Yeah, it seems like most of the Kunio-kun games don't get real top-level domainage. All right, I'm gonna need some support here. I need to know what the Japanese name of Crash and the Boys is. There we go. Bikuri Neketsu Shin Kiroku. Haru Kanaru Kin Medal. Perfect, thank you. Fortunately, I don't have to search by the kanji. I should have known it'd be Bikuri something. Interestingly, I only have 2 titles in my archive that start with Bikuri. This one and Bikuri Man World. Gekito Se Senshi. Pronounce it like Hook. Itch.io. It's me, Itch.io. All right. Forgive me, Mega Man 5 soundtrack. We gotta put you aside for a moment while we play some crashing and smashing, all that. What's his face? Friendship ended with Mega Man 5. Turn this up a bit. Remind me to turn it back down. Nice tank shot game. Yay! Bikuri Man World is actually interesting. It's Wonder Boy and Monster Land, but get around copyright. The devs just replace characters, licensed characters. Ah, interesting. That, we're playing that. I forgot they used classical music for the whole soundtrack in this. Mr. T and Master Roshi? That's basically what they look like, yeah. Holy shit! Jeez. Da-da-da-da. They really didn't want to pay for music. It's not Master Roshi, that's the Monopoly guy. Oh my god, is he eating glue? First thought is he looks demented. Second thought is he eating glue? I like the noise channel going fucking mad on this track. That guy is hella bald. That guy, I mean, all of these people are shiny. But that guy is as bald as it gets. This is the plot to UHF. Some music major had a fantastic time remixing these chiptunes in their home studio. I feel really robbed that they didn't just use all of this for the American version. Because these are some incredible animations. Like, holy shit. The hair toss and little tooth sparkle. Mm-hmm. So CEO's kid, he's whining because he can't take over all the turf from Kunio. They're challenging him in this team, basically Street Olympics. Oh, he's so sad. Life is so hard when you're the flunky. This is very cute. Kunio is very charming. All right, I don't know what this shit I'm doing. Yes. Yeah, go for it. Yes. Yes. Sure, lady. Let's do this shit. Yeah. We'll be Kunio. I mean, Crash. Kara. Nyam. Nyam. Let's go over here. Fighto! I don't remember how you do this. Oh god, no, okay, it's not. What? Oh god. Every time I show up, that guy just fucking kills me. Oh yeah, it's unfortunately this bad game. I do remember we actually beat this once because I figured out the trick is basically you can basically just do nothing for the entire race, and at the very end you just have to kill this guy. Unfortunately, I don't even remember how to play this, so I'm probably not gonna manage to do that. Oh my god, did I just win? Did I seriously just win? I think I did. I think I did. Like, the thing that bothers me in this, I don't actually know how to go. Oh, okay, I think I just figured it out, actually. Okay. Ah. Ow. Probably your least favorite Kunio sports game. Ow. There are a shit ton of Kunio-kun games, y'all. An absolute fucking ton of them. I didn't make it that time. The soccer game, a really fun basketball one where you can just steal people's hoops and beat them up with them. And throw them on your goal. Your opponent's superpower is rubber banding. Large majority are this charming, so it's a good series. I played so few of them. I'm gonna lose the oh, this turf was never ours, honestly. We were never going to keep this turf. I mean, look at this guy's face. This guy is thoroughly unbothered by my presence here. He knows he's gonna win. He has the confidence of a stone cold killer. Neketsu Street Basketball All Out Dunk Heroes is the one I definitely recommend. I mean, with a title like that, how can you go wrong? Surely I didn't win that. Surely I didn't win that. Okay, I guess this is the final. Fortunately, I don't have to do anything. Why is that guy orange? What the hell? Kinda curious about Famicom Bikuri Man World since I only know the PC Engine release. We can take a really quick peek at it, Shadows. Just for you. Just because it's you. He eats a lot of carrots. Too many, apparently. Yeah, if only you played the English version, you'd know what was going on. Oh yes, that would solve all of my problems. That would solve all of my problems. I wonder. Now I'm thinking about it. I wonder if you can find fan translations of the Japanese versions of the Kunio-kun games. Because obviously the early ones in particular, when they were brought over for the NES and whatnot, were completely rethemed. And I don't want that. I don't want that. I would want to. Okay, I didn't even place. So I think it would be an interesting series to tour. I think it'd be pretty interesting to go through like as many of these as we could stomach if I could get fan translations of the Japanese versions rather than have to play like fucking Crash and the Boys and stuff. Their thing, the Kunio-kun collection. Wait, what Kunio-kun collection are you talking about? That Kunio-kun collection. Can you play Crash and the Bandicoot next? Absolutely fucking not. Not a chance in hell. Recent Kunio-kun doubles. What is that on? Like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Sorry, I forget what the next event is. I'm actually Hammer Golf? Okay. All right, mash button and then let go. I remember actually, I think you know what I was about to say. I think you know exactly what I was about to say. Does Otis not like Crash Bandicoot? I've just never played it. I've never played a Crash Bandicoot game. Oh, fuck. I am actually gonna be fair to this game. All the medals you get from winning events and collecting them during events, they buy you items that can mitigate a lot of this bullshit. Like I'm pretty sure there's an item that you can get for Hammer Golf that's basically like a mulligan that will protect you from those water hazards. So I want to make it clear that, like, I am no fan of Crash and the Boys or Bickery Donkey Man or whatever the fuck this game is called. But I don't actually think it's a bad game. I just very obviously, very clearly play it poorly. Schwong. I played Crash 2, it was pretty fun. I think you actually can't lose your hammer in the water features. All right, anyway, that's enough of this. Give me a second. I want to see. Real quick. Shadows, thank you for the bits on Switch PS4 called Double Dragon and Kunio-kun Retro Brawler Bundle. It has all the Famicom sports games too, with mono retranslated versions of it. Okay. I'll look that up then, because I do have a Switch, as it happens. You're gonna get into the Kunio series, pretty good starting point. Okay. This is about all you're getting. It's Dragon Quest. It's Dragon Quest. What the hell is this? It's Bickery Man World. You illiterate bastard. I don't put the fucking title down here for fun. Playing the popular game, Retro. Expecting something is about as different as humanly possible. Oops. Not allowed to stop until you talk to at least one of the bird people. Is this a bird person? I think I just searched. Oh, fuck, I forget. As far as I know, you misspelled biscuit. Hanasu is talk. I know what he's saying. So I guess this is why you haven't seen this version. Shadow's the mistaken mammal. Can we find Jesus? Yep, that's Jesus, all right. That's exactly what I expected. The hell are you? Guess we'll never know. Well, he's cute. I like him. I'm a fan. That is Dumpling Man. Might as well explain what Bickery Man even is. A line of cookie things that come with cute little stickers. Yep. It's like Ampam Man. It's a marketing ploy. RPG based on the stickers. He's here to save the day, but he's bad at it. All right. Anyway, oh, I got 100 somethingses. I think this really is just Dragon Quest. I think this is just straight up Dragon Quest. Can I leave yet? No, apparently not. All right, whatever. Okay. Anyway, that happened. This is what you thought it would be. There we are. That's pretty different, all right. that is pretty different. I'll give you that. All right. All right, Metal Storm, Vice Project, Doom, River City Ransom. What else they got? Interesting. Okay. The competition, timing is everything. Kickle Cubicle, Solar Jetman, Little Nemo, The Dream Master, and Maniac Mansion. All good games. All good games. Were released in the month of October in 1990. During the same time period, Castlevania 3 and Dragon Warrior 2 were released. It is likely that most NES users would have been familiar with Dragon Warrior and the popular Castlevania series, so the follow-up games enjoyed strong sales, while the others faltered a bit. It's safe to assume that most people don't go around buying every game they see. They may just get one and then wait until they master it before going back to the store to get another one. That's perfectly fine. But by the time that person finally went back to the store to find another hot title, Dr. Mario, Mega Man 3, and TMNT 2 had all been released, and the first 4 games we mentioned here were passed over. On a similar note, Metal Storm was released in February 1991. During the same month, we saw the release of Adventure Island 2, Double Dragon 2, and Bart vs. the Space Mutants. Unfortunately, Irem's Metal Storm is also likely to be passed over in favor of titles with more name recognition. For those of you that are currently searching high and low for an older NES title, try calling the licensee for some help with your search. Amazing. Solar Jetman is amazing. We had a really good time playing that. So I have streamed everything. Everything they outline on this page. Kickle Cubicle, Solar Jetman, Little Nemo, The Dream Master, Maniac Mansion, Star Tropics, Rockin' Cats, Snake Rattle and Roll, Blaster Master, Shadowgate, and Deja Vu. All 10 of these games I've streamed. Solar Jetman, Maniac Mansion, Star Tropics, Rockin' Cats, Shadowgate, and Deja Vu we did full playthroughs of. Never heard of Rockin' Cats. Oh yeah, we streamed Snake Rattle and Roll. You think I would miss a game where you can lick toilet seats? PC Engine game was part of Wonder Boy Monster Land. Wonder Boy did a weird thing when they were reskinning different random games and other licenses or IPs. Very first one came to the NES is Adventure Island. Over time, the series became Metroidvania. It's so weird. Did a Maniac Mansion full playthrough? Who is your party? Oh god, it was... What was my party? Do y'all remember what my party was? Dave, you have Dave by default. I'm 99% sure I took Razor, but I don't remember who the third kid was. Oh, she's never gonna pass up an isometric game. Never. That's true. That is true. I have the softest of soft spots for them. I tell you what, instead of reading through all this junk, let's just play the games you're requesting. Y'all are curious about some of these? Request them, we'll play them. Needs to be added as a quote. Mods, help me out. All right, let's get this started. So a lot of these games, because they're from 1990 or 1991, it means we streamed them years ago at this point. Because I mean, we've been doing the Power Hours for a long time at this point. We've been doing the Power Hours for years. You know, we're on issue 45 right now. That might not seem like much, but I mean, we can spend an entire month on one issue, so. Elect Man? Yeah. Yes, indeedy. Rockin' Cats is good. I actually really liked Rockin' Cats. I hadn't played it until I streamed it, and I had a really good time with it. I am Bart right now. Bart is how I feel at this very moment. Blaster Master Blur mentions Blaster Master Boy and Game Boy, which is actually Bomber. Okay, that's fairly horrifying. Be too much of a stretch to request Blaster Master Boy since Blaster Master Blur mentions it. You can do it. I mean, anything that appears in the magazine, whether it be in text or advertisement or whatnot, is fair game. Fecked up home or something fair. They fucked up everything in this. They fucked up everything in this game. Looks like I got hit with a shovel. So basically, there's an alien invasion going on. And it's not even Kang and Kodos. It's some random, never before seen aliens, as far as I know. It must have been before they were Kang, because yeah, these are the aliens. Actual, genuinely creepy looking shits. And they need just random ass items to make their plan work. So they need purple items. You're saying a Simpsons video game isn't necessarily gonna be as good as the show? I'm telling you right now, this game isn't even as good as the show is now. I think I need this. There we go. So anything that's purple, we need to paint it. We need to paint it red or do something else with it. Like this, you need to walk up here and push these onto there. Also, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think you can afford to miss anything either. Oh shit, Thar went to Krusty. Thar blows a Krusty. Yeah, you have no health, just lives. At least the arcade game was great. The arcade game was great. That would be fun to see. You know what I need to do, chat? You know what I really, really need to do? I need to set up an arcade emulator. Because there are so many arcade games that I just absolutely love, and I would love to play with y'all, that I just haven't, that I just don't. Yeah, MAME. I need to set up MAME. I absolutely do. Our game is a huge quarter muncher. Yeah, I think I spent, like, I've beaten the Simpsons arcade game. And it's because my mother, God bless her, was willing to, oh, this is stupid. My mother was willing to invest several dollars in me beating the, I want to buy some rockets and some cherry bombs. I forget why. I think there's a reason for this. Pronounced MAME from my entire life, me and my friends are calling it Mame. It might be Mame, I don't know. I call it MAME. Toys and stuff. Give me a whistle and give me a magnet. I don't know why. Killing hidden space mutants drop the Maggie letters. I have no idea. You're asking the wrong person if you want to know how this game actually works. Oh no, I need to push that paint button. I need to get up there. Oh, I think with this guy, hang on a sec. Yeah, that's right. You scare the bird off with the cherry bomb. You use your items. You use your items by pressing start. My favorite food, Edda MAME. I figured out how to get MAME to play light shooter gun games well, so I can play Lucky and Wild. Love to see a Shredder's Revenge style New Simpsons beat 'em up. Yeah, that'd be rad. So a streamer the other day had a room full of Sega Astro City arcade cabinets. He would load various games on them and go from cabinet to cabinet during the stream. That's awesome. That's really, really cool. Okay, apparently you can't spray paint that sign for whatever reason. I think to get that Boyd, you have to hit it with a rocket? Excuse me? I cannot believe you have to actually... Okay, first of all, I can't believe you have to walk into it to set it off. And second of all, I can't believe that didn't work. So goddamn mad right now. I call shenanigans. Such shenanigans the world has never known. God damn it! Yes, video game, eat my shorts. Are you enjoying your time in Springfield? No. No, I am not. I hate it. I mean, the big thing about this is that this is completely pointless. Like, I still need to handle 16 purple objects. And I'm pretty sure, like, there's no way for me to beat this level at this point. I've already missed too many. Just because I don't remember the esoteric bullshit that makes this work. Like, there's some stuff you have to do at the bar. Like, you have to make, like, a prank phone call at the bar to make some purple guy come out. And then you need to wait until, like, some, like, 400 and 200 on the timer at the movie theater for people wearing purple clothes to come out. Prank call Moa, Simpsons classic. You're very good at this game. I sense a lot of wasted time on it. I rented this game when I was a kid. And game rentals were precious things. So I didn't want to waste. I didn't want to waste them. So I have beaten this level. I have not beaten the level that comes after it, whatever the hell that is. Oh, I don't have any more rockets. Yeah, I fucked up. So the purple sign up there, you have to shoot with a rocket and it turns red for some reason. Oh wait, is this? Oh yeah, you can see if people are aliens or not. The hat level at the mall. Oh right, you have to get all the... Man, fuck off. You have to get all the hats at the mall.
Eat my shorts.
Bee. There's just a bee. Fuck you, there's a bee. I've come here to eat shorts and chew bubblegum. The fair is collect all the balloons. Whoops. Can't jump on humans. Oh, I'm dead. These earthlings are weaker than we thought. This is like taking Kremble from an infant Zebloid. Yeah, good for you. That was Bart vs. the Space Mutants. Fucking sucks, and I hate it. Much like I hate all of the Simpsons games that I've played thus far. All right, next up. We're gonna play Maniac Mansion, but we have to, we're doing one thing and one thing only. No, not the arcade. Not the arcade. Wait until virtual Bart? No, I don't want to. Yeah, he says "eat my shorts" in that sound clip from the NES. The NES is very quiet for some reason on some of these games. Hit and run was fun, weirdly hard but fun. Are we really gonna speedrun that? Well, then don't put in the fucking request. If you don't want me to do something, don't tell me to do the thing. I know what we'll do. I know what we'll do. Maybe it was Bernard and Razor. I think my team was Dave, Bernard, and Razor. No, I mean, it's definitely better if we don't. Nobody in this chat needs to see an exploding hamster. Take Bernard and Wendy. Sure. You know Scum is the engine this runs on? Yes. 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 This looks like the old mansion. I'm sure I saw Dr. Fred take Sandy here. It's up to us to get her out. Could be dangerous. If anyone wants out? Okay, I'm out of here. Bernard, don't be a tuna head. It's Sandy we're talking about. Gosh, the streamer cannot perceive irony. Please abstain. Okay. Look. With the group that we have, with all the various and sundry folks that come through here, am I really expected to believe that Maniac Mansion killed hamster % is not an earnest request? Should you do a LucasArts point and click marathon someday? That would be fun, yeah. Give me a new kid. Give me Bernard. We would never be sarcastic. Other fun fact, one room has for a good time called Edna. Since her phone number is necessary knowledge, they only removed for a good time. That's awesome. What's up, Flitchard? Let's see. We want to... The door... I remember the door is locked. I need to... Where are you? Pull them? Yeah, there it is. Pull the doormat. Get the key. Use key in front door. Go to front door. Don't worry, Bernard. Everything is fine. Everything is just dandy. You'll be A-okay up here. Yep. No problem. Right through that steel security door. You're doing great, kid. Where's the keyboard? So that's one of the kid quirks. You cannot take Bernard any further than that if the tentacle is up there. You have to send another kid to handle the tentacle. Nintendo flipped their shit at NES Scum being in the credits because they didn't get what the end. That was the engine. That was an insult toward Nintendo and send the devs. There's also a reference in the end of the game to an NES Scum system. They're not sure we understand. Please advise. When we get killed, does F-Sitter Razor nuke the hamster and so remains crazy yet? Oh god. Okay, so yeah, serious question. Where is the keyboard? And how do you find it? Because I don't think we did that. I don't think we did that when we did our playthrough. Is it in this hallway or is it somewhere else? What is the consensus best version port of this game? That's a really good question because I've only played this version. I forget what some of these rooms are. It dark. Oh god, I forgot there's a discrete turn on. There we go. Look, it's a skeleton. It looks like the formula is describing the structure of a meteor. That's strange. If you own Day of the Tentacle, you also own the original PC release of this because it's an Easter egg in Ed's room. That's cool. Hang on. That's what I want. Hang on. Ah, okay, there it is, there it is, there it is. It's probably on the other side of this. There's a... So I'm trying to find... Had you turn the volume down on this one? The game soundtrack doesn't do it any favors. Which side is it on, anyway? So in the PC version, this door up here was apparently part of the copy protection. This steel security door had a code that you had to get from the manual, and there was a keypad where you had to enter it. Obviously, they didn't need that for the NES version, so they took that out. But they left the keypad, and if you can find the keypad, you can use it. But I've never been able to find this keypad. I might just be looking in the wrong place, or maybe, I don't know, do I need to close the door? Probably not. Apparently it's got a Famicom version which seems different from this. Jaleco did a Famicom port of this, which is totally different. In the long second floor hallway with the two doors that lead to the lab and the arcade room. Go near the very left end, search around the wall near the base. Near the base. Okay, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing wrong. Ow. Quick interlude. Poor Sandy. Also, thanks for that cheese toast. We're finally gonna resolve a long-standing mystery that's bothered me for years. Blue Man Group looking rough. Famicom port had password save with 104 characters per password. That's insane. That is gross. You and your meteor can eat slime. That's what she thinks. Help, help, help! Alright. Open security door. Okay. Okay, so let me just make sure this is actually the correct hallway. If this is the arcade room, then we're good. Yeah, okay. Alright, so this is it. Search around the wall near the base of the steel security door. Ah! Aha! 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 I found it! I found it. It's actually way over here. Alright, check this out, chat. We found a secret keypad. We're gonna use it. I'm sure that's fine. I'm sure that's okay. Let's go. Oh, keep entering wrong codes? Okay. That's okay. I can fix this. I can definitely fix this. See? See? I'm making things better. I'm improving the situation. I get the feeling we've got this. So, yeah, sirens are good, right? Sirens mean things are working as intended. 0451. Never mind. Never mind. So yeah, there's a secret keypad that nukes the house. 1,000 everyone within a 5-mile radius have been destroyed in a massive nuclear meltdown. Thanks for playing, Tuna Head. Here's how the Famicom port compares to this, though. We can check real quick. The game is over. The game is over as fuck. You lose, hehehe. All right, hang on a sec. Assuming this has. Victory! All right, Japanese Maniac Mansion. Jaleco. Token validation failed. Hey. We'll take... Oh boy. Take Bernard and Razor. Oh, that sad little house. Oh, that sad little house. Original version staff. Basically, people who had nothing to do with this. Apparently, people think the 1989 graphics are best, but the Amiga port had the best music. Okay, can we skip through this? Yes. Okay. 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 Sounds like my washing machine is spitting a freestyle. Amiga had a better sound chip at the time. I've now seen at least 4 different versions of this intro. I really hope he calls him a tuna head. But we'll never know. Okay, anyway. Oh god, that walk animation is something fucking else. Okay, shit. Trying to remember. Haha, that actually worked. All right, get. No. Go up to this creepy house. Call your mother. I hear these sprites are more placidly happy, aren't they? They really are. Like, Dave is just tickled pink about this whole experience. Apparently, though, some Japanese reviewers complain about having to find the key under the doormat because that's not a thing in Japanese pop culture, as far as you know. Yeah. Yeah, I could really use the expertise of one of my daughters right now. I cannot pick this key up. I'm too stupid to pick the key up. Yes, please do. Cast open. Yeah. Which one of these? Pretend they're numbered 1 through 12. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's it? That's get. Nah, he ain't getting it. Carrier's open. It's 7. Tsukaru? Is that right? Maybe he just doesn't want it. Oh, that's use. I need pick up. I need to pick up the key, and then we will use the key on the door. So I need get. Toru's pick up? Okay. Yes, all right. We got the Kagi. Okay, great. Boom, we're in the house. Oh, this is sad. This is really sad. Oh, this is unfortunate. Kind of see why we got a different port now? Yeah. I could give a much quicker answer. It wasn't 2:50 a.m. your time. Don't worry about it. Akeru. It's open. There we go. I want to see... Wait, this feels like a different hallway. Okay, it's dark in here. Oh shit, I shouldn't have come into a black... I shouldn't have come in a pitch black room. I'm so stupid. I noticed Sandy is dressed much more conservatively in this one. That's definitely not a tube top and a mini skirt. And she is speaking with her whole face. Just the whole damn face. Also, Dr. Fred isn't blue. He didn't blue himself. I'm not sure I'm comfortable with the Dr. Fred who hasn't blue himself. Who hasn't blue himself, yes. Master of the English language. Are this similar to Shadowgate in Japan where they're considered kuseges because their releases were hugely fucked up? He's a never blued. Alright, well we're stuck in darkness forever, so enough of that. Canonically the one that preceded Day of the Tentacle? Wager yes. Anyway, let's play something that's actually fun. Do. Japanese translation of Shadowgate sure is something. I mean, that game's hard enough to understand in English. I'm not surprised the localization of it got fucked up. Here we go. Black Mirror's entirely written out for some reason? What the hell? Rockin' Cats. Okay, so Rockin' Cats, it's a 5-stage adventure. 5 or 6 stages, I forget now. Portrayed as different television programs. So we're gonna start with 1. Taking place on Downtown Street. Is this channel okay? Yes. Yes, it is. So this is us. We got, our character's name is Willie or something. He has a punch gun, which is pretty neat. However, His punch gun can also be used to spin him in all kinds of crazy ass directions. Good furry design. It's just good design in general, really. Whee! You can really fling yourself around in this. You can yeet yourself around by punching trash cans. Whee! Oh god, my eyeballs. Get off me. Find the red really distracting, like his heart is coming out. It's supposed to be his tie. He's supposed to be a proper 1950s cat. Oh god, I think I fucked it. Yep. Straight into the garbage. Nothing but net. I wear my heart on my sleeve, I wear it on my tie. Can you go in here? No, you can't. Pew, pew, pew. Damn, dude. Get fucked. Get off. Whoa. There we go, much better. Boom. Oh, Atlas soda. This is soda you can't drink more than 25% of before a certain date. Do, 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 do. Swing. Apparently the Japanese title for this was a pun, like Yankees. Oh, I get it. I get it. Haha! That's an egg. The fuck? Bird shitting eggs at me, and this isn't Super Mario Brothers 2. Oh, now he's pissed. So mad he's purple. I have played Nightshade, yes. Nightshade is a bit inscrutable for me, but it is an interesting game. Help! Birdo is a trans icon, it's true. Please! Thanks, tiny self. It's so funny because they didn't do any detail work on the sprites. Willie's gun is just black. So on a black background like this, it's just invisible. You just can't see it. It isn't real. Ow. Japanese title for this was New York Yankees, which feels like it would have been better for a cat-themed baseball game. Oh god, what the fuck? Hang on, I think we need... Shit. Oh, right. You can punch the ground to high jump. Rather than New York Meow Patrol, Can't fucking talk. But yeah, the whole grappling thing in this with the punch gun is honestly really, really fun. Like, it is cool. Except for dickheads like this shooting at you. Oh, I need to make it in the pipe. That's what I need to do. And not go backwards. There we go. Ow! Do I play a Dirty Harry NES game where you can enter a room when the door disappears behind you and you need to reset the game? No, I have not. Okay, that was that. Help me, Willie! Wait, I'm coming as fast as I can. Jesus, lady. Hey, Willie, I will not give Jill to you. I'll give you some of my heavy sound. Hit it, bull band. So we're playing Whack-A-Dog. They apparently drop stage. Ow, no. He shoots music at you and drops stage lights on you. Ow. Ow! God Christ. Jesus, I was like, how many times did I punch this dickhead? Hooray, it's Jill. Thank you, Willie, I love you. I only did what I had to do. Seriously, somebody put me up to it. Hey, punk, I'll get you yet. Games make me excited for the Lackadaisy plot to be picked up. Endo. So let's see. I think S is the shop. Yes, S is the shopping channel. You can use your money to buy bombs, hammer punch, twin balls, a 1-up. We'll get the hammer punch. B is bonus game. Oh yeah, you can pay to play bonus games. Roulette is just roulette. Basketball. What is basketball? Oh Christ, I remember this now. You're trying to yeet yourself into the baskets. Extremely good at that. Well, Des worked on Erika to Satoru no Yume Boken. Japanese visual novel that I know from a hilariously obscure Easter egg. Wait an hour and a half the ending screen. Press on this comp. Oh, Jesus Christ. So yeah. Sky Ace. I'll do a little bit of this one and then we'll move on. There we go. Hammer punch. This does more damage, as far as I know. Ah, but it's not grabby. Sleeping and go pass out. Sounds good, Toast. Have a good one, buddy. Thanks for coming out. How else did you air dirty laundry pre-social media meltdowns? Good point. Good point. Hard to argue that. It's definitely one of the most creative ways to have a meltdown I've heard of. Will you just grab the fucking thing? That's it. That's all I wanted to do. Ow! Ha! And I do like that your spin does damage enemies. Ow. Ow. Tiny self, let's go. I heard a hedgehog did this once. I'm sure I could do it too. Pew, 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 pew. Ow. As a loadout, wait, no, it's not. Rand just continue the unique music composed for the Rand. It's kind of Oh, yep, those are guns. You just bounce on things forever. Super Mario Land, this is not. The punch gun, like the mechanics of the punch gun really does add something special to this. It really is a lot of fun. Oh God, homing anger. How is he doing this? Get off! It's my plane. You can't have it. All right, we're in here now. All right, I think that's enough rocking cats for one night. I think you've seen the majesty of this game. I mean, it's not. I'm never gonna try and convince somebody that this is like the greatest game of 1991 or whatever. But it is a pretty neat platformer, and it does bring some unique stuff to the table, so that I appreciate. Let me turn this back down. An angry aviator beagle with World War I clothing that's supposed to be inspired by Snoopy. In all likelihood, yeah, that's entirely possible. Can't imagine they wouldn't know about it. I mean, it's from Atlas. It's a Japanese game. They fucking love Snoopy. Like they don't know Peanuts as Peanuts. They know Peanuts as Snoopy and Friends. Like Snoopy is a huge mascot in Japan and has been since since my wife was a little girl. What are we doing? Oh, right. Yo, what would Japan know about mascots? God. Don't be ridiculous. All right, we have a Game Boy game that was weaseled out of us. There it is. Compare PS to Slice of Life anime, it's also not really that much different. Especially one where everybody hates each other. Bloop. Swing. Da-na-na-na. What the hell is that? Oh, we nuked everything, sorry. What? Okay. Period 1-1. Okay. Those are definitely power-ups. Compare in Japan, this is a Bomberman spin called Bomber King Scenario 2. Okay. These power-ups... These power-ups are reminding me of that terrible robot game on NES. The one with, like, the hidden exits out of all the levels. What was that game called? Robo something. This is feeling weirdly familiar. What the fuck? Wait, what? Robolet? No. I'll look it up after we do this. Literally all they changed was the title screen. Not even the sprite is any different. Robo Warrior, that was it. Robo Warrior. This feels a lot like Robo Warrior. Robo Warrior is Bomber King 2, there you go. There you go. Yep. Yep. God damn it. Oh lol, I died again. Yay, bomb excavation. So this definitely isn't Blaster Master. And it isn't even really Bomberman in the end. It's some weird, awful other thing. This is just like Tears of the Kingdom. Oh my god, I hate it. This got back where we were talking about Robo Warrior, the best NES game. Yeah, this is apparently its like sequel or sibling on the Game Boy, except it's pitched as a Blaster Master game, but it's just as terrible as the original. Let me tell you about video game marketing and advertising. The original Blaster Master wasn't so bad. I generally... So, Blaster Master is one of those games. I played most of the way through Blaster Master. That was a very early request for people on nights like this. And after playing through the majority of Blaster Master, it's one of those games that I feel like people talk really fondly about because they didn't beat it. Because the last level or two of Blaster Master is just dog shit. It is terrible. Blaster Master is just Fester's Quest, but slightly different. I mean, I see where you're coming from, but at the same time, it's still way better. It's still way better than Fester's Quest. Blaster Master is like one of those like 3/4 of a good game games. Like I totally get why people are oh god, stairs. Oh, Christ. Stairs. Ah! Why did I go down the stairs? Like, I get why people have fond memory. Fuck's sake, that's all you get? I get why people have fond memories of Blaster Master, but, like, again, I feel like the people with fond memories of it probably don't remember the end of that game. No, I haven't played any other Blaster Master stuff. I've only played the original. Oh, thank God, game over. That's all I wanted. That's all I needed. All I ever wanted, all I ever needed. It's not fair, no one's ever seen the end of the first game. Do do da 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 bum 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 da na 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 na. Ah. All right. Let's put a pin in this section and move on with our lives. You make the call. Don't end up buying a game you won't like. Take some time and seek out sources of information other than TV commercials, box art, and packaging information to find out about a game before purchasing it. Check out Nintendo Power for reviews. Give the licensee a call. See if there's an in-store display. Also, speaking of stores, go to many. You'll be able to see more of the games that are available and you'll be able to find the best prices. Taking these steps will help you find a game you'll really enjoy. The unsung heroes of the NES, everybody. All right, now what do we got? Let me move this out of the way. Managed to find some real shit out of this section about good games. We did. Pretty interesting stuff, too. Originally got hard because the wall hug ability actively works against you. Yes, that's true. But I mean, dog shit game design is dog shit game design. They were the ones that came up with the control scheme. The control scheme actively fucks you over in the final areas, so. Super Mario Kart, give me some Yoshi. We can do that. What is this anyway? Mini Kart Racer. When you're racing the Mario Kart GP mode as wild race game, you can shrink and slow down the opposing racers using a lightning bolt. You're looking for a real challenge. You can shrink your own character and race against a field of giant racers. What's on the way? No. Mini Racer handles better than its normal counterpart, runs the risk of being squashed by the other giant racers. Oh, and the other one is just the existence of the special cup. Lemmings has a sound test. Final Fan. Oh, it's the item duplication glitch from Final Fantasy II. Nay, Final Fantasy IV. Make sure that the weapon you want to duplicate is equipped by one of your characters. When it is that character's turn to fight in a battle, select the item option, select any blank spot on your items list, press your A button, then select the weapon in your hand and press the A button again. The weapon should now be on the items list. Press your B button to return to the battle, then run away. Next, go to the equip option and equip the same weapon that you dropped before. It will split and you will have two of them in your hand. You can sell off the extra weapons for cash, or I guess give Edge an absolutely ridiculous arsenal of thrown weapons. What's up, Zem? Have I missed any choice moments? We played some junk. We played the Japanese version of Crash and the Boys, the original Kunio-kun game. We played some... What all did we do? We played some Rockin' Cats. We played some Maniac Mansion. What was the first thing we played before all that? Oh, Bart vs. the Space Mutants. Garbage. Fantasy Zone. Fantasy Zone isn't a video game. I'll play Skuljagger. No, I won't read the thing. Shut up. And then we played some Blaster Master Boy because it was mentioned alongside Blaster Master. Now we're gonna play Super Mario Kart and Skuljagger. Apparently this pirate action game contains many hidden areas and tricks. Secret exit in Chapter 1, Part 1. Work your way to the right until you get to the end of the second set of Green Cliffs. Interesting. Fantasy Zone is a video game, just not a Nintendo system. Dead middle of the screen. That I can do. There we go. Perfect. Now my existence is unavoidable, chat. Alright. Let's see here. It's Super Nintending times. Faxanadu, yes. This is from Faxanadu. Super Mario. Super Mario Kart, doot. Replay some of the Xanadu games sometimes. I really enjoyed Faxanadu. Faxanadu was a really neat game. Bling. Do. Fuck you, Toad. All right. Let's do 100 cc's. Yes, this is fine. 100 cc's of action injected directly into my brain. Wait, I've beaten all of these? And the game actually remembers that? Huh. The mushroom on the left. All right, this is the one where drifting isn't all that useful, or like, oh, and everybody has like the unique items. They don't get different items. Forgot about that. Wow, nice shot, self. Dude, you piece of shit. I should already lap 3. This is a very short course. It's a very, very, very short course. Okay, I managed to salvage 3rd from that mess. Are the games playable via only watching the bottom screen? I sincerely doubt it. I can't imagine it is. Honestly, never really liked this one compared to the sequels. Still had its fun. I mean, my game was Double Dash. I really like Mario Kart 8. I've been playing that off and on with my younger daughter. But I think Double Dash is always gonna be my favorite Mario Kart. Chat, I think I may have like some Mario Kart muscle memory, because I don't actually remember racing this course, but I feel like I remember how to race it. Do the coins do anything? Coins make you go faster. The more coins you have, the higher your top speed is. Yeah, they've always been important. In the more recent Mario Kart games, they capped them at 10. So you had a very clear ceiling on how much faster you could be. I'm not sure there's any actual limit on how many coins you can have in this game. Maybe 100, maybe 99. Yeah, it's totally pay to win, yeah. That was my shell that I placed, because I'm a genius. Doesn't this have jump slide for taking corners? Yes. I am terrible at it. I am terrible at it, but I'll use it. I'll use it on the next track to show you. It's crazy slippery. Grew up with an original Game Boy. Playing that shit in the car late at night was a challenge. Oh yeah, tell me about it. I had one of the old brick Game Boys as well, and I basically, like, I had a desk lamp that I would sit under at home just to get the best view possible out of it. Oh, this is gonna be the perfect track for drifting on. Like, the thing about it, the little, like, the slide in this, you go insanely wide on it, is the thing. Like, the drift is not tight like it is in later Mario Karts, except it can be. It's really touchy in this one. Maybe I'm just really bad at it. I mean, I feel like that's a pretty safe assumption with anything I'm really, like, I'm doing poorly at. Is that I just suck. Oh, God. See, that was way too soon. But other times it might be way too late. Fuck you, princess! I think racing games like this usually benefit from the change to true 3D. I agree with this for the most part, except for F-Zero, actually, like F-Zero's 2D iteration. F-Zero is really, really well done. F-Zero is an incredibly fun game. Come here, wait, Koopa. The spikeless thwomps in this look so weird, too. Yeah, I don't know. The drifting in this might actually be really good if you get used to it, but it just, I mean, obviously it's not going to be as useful as drifting in later Mario Kart games because you don't have sparks. But this is also just, it's such a slippery, bouncy game that I feel like it might not really matter in the end. God. See, that wasn't bad. That let me take that corner a lot closer. That one I think I just started late. Also, you can kind of drift without actually drifting. If you just turn really hard, you go sliding all over the place. I cannot take that corner to save my life. Drifting in this one kind of sucks. Ah! I'm really super used to drifting in Mario Kart 8, where basically you can drift anytime you want. Just fuck it. Just start a drift literally anytime that you want, and you can kind of finesse it through any part of the track. If you try with the small carts, drifting feels way better. Is Yoshi not considered a small cart? I don't. Who are the small carts? Is it just Toad and Koopa? I remember trying to drive after playing Mario Kart in the 2000s as a case of fighting instincts telling you to drift and boost over the roundabout. Some has a thought. I don't know what to make of F-Zero since it survived for multiple games after the era and then died. I suppose Mario Kart would have multiple games and then thrived. I guess, like, my interpretation is that Nintendo found Mario Kart to be more profitable than F-Zero, and they didn't want to try pushing 2 racing games. I guess they just didn't have an idea of how to make 2 separate racing games profitable without cannibalizing each other. So they went more with the party game. I mean, it's obvious they haven't forgotten about F-Zero, but yeah. I mean, it's hard enough to get it's hard enough just to get them to put out a new Mario Kart game, so I don't see them returning to F-Zero anytime soon. Yeah, you can eat shit. Donkey Kong next in line to eat shit. You evaded me. Makes sense. F-Zero tried to differentiate itself by going the hardcore route. Yeah, and I don't think, like, there are some people who are fond of the N64 F-Zero, but I feel like the bigger part of its legacy is just being known for being incredibly hard. Ugh. Ooh, oh, wait, what? Wait, did that work? Oh, fuck, Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm saving that. Getting fucking air-raided by these assholes. GameCube F-Zero was hard as balls and it ruled. Oh god, I'm going too fast! Jesus, the star makes you go too fast! Oh god, no. No! Can you try the cheat code? Mention the magazine for this. What is the cheat code? Character select screen. Y. Hold the Y button and press A. Okay, that's easy enough. Mario Kart. Let's make this easy on ourselves. Huh, that's amazing. Micro Toad! Whee! Got that whee! Oh god, okay. I think maybe you just gotta like, I think maybe you just really gotta get used to the drifting in this game, because it really, whee! It really just wants you to slide sometimes, and like the slide feels very hard to control. Bowser, you okay? You okay there, bud? Whee! All right, I know this is 50cc, but like, yeah, that makes this way easier to drive. Can I prefer the handling of the tiny cart? Yeah, it actually works a lot better. I should do a reading of 50 Shades of Grey's Toad voice. No, abso-fucking-lutely not. Not a goddamn chance. It would just destroy my voice. As funny as that would be, it would ruin my voice. And it's not even that great to begin with. All right, let's Skuljagger it. My mind just involuntarily offered up 50 Shades of Toad, and I hate it. You should. You should. That is cursed AF. Boy, I can't wait till we get to this. I've always been curious about this. Skuljagger Revolt of the Westicans is the proper title for this. Just remind me of a charity stream I saw by someone who fucking hates Daisy, so chat managed to make him play just Mario Kart with an all Daisy group, and hi, I'm Daisy played on loop. Yikes. Yikes. Oh yes, Azathoth. I know all about the novella and the instruction manual. Anytime this game comes up, video game manuals come up, people are like, Otis, when are you gonna read the novella? Like, I'm not, shut up. I've been asked that so many times at this point. Curse that foolish cockroach! Skuljagger shouted, cupping his twisted mouth with both hands. I must have that sword back, I must! The reason instruction manuals are no longer a thing, yeah. Skuljagger just put everybody to shame. Skuljagger ruined it for everybody. They single-handedly destroyed the, yeah, take that box. Single-handedly destroyed the market. Still miss manuals? Oh god, I absolutely do. I mean, I don't know, like, manuals, it was inevitable. Like, manuals just aren't practical in the era of digital distribution. Maybe if we had collectively established some sort of culture for like digital manuals, but no, like digital manuals were first and foremost an excuse for developers to basically just put a quick reference card in a PDF, and that was that. I get the weirdest Waterworld vibes from this game. Is that just me? Is it me, or is this game kind of Kevin Costner-y? I hate the PDFs are what we ended up with. They are Satan's own file type. I hate PDFs with just an absolute vicious passion. Oh god, that's right. You have fucking bubblegum in this. I have bubblegum powers, and apparently I can spit explosives. Or I could, but I ran out of gum. I'm here to Skuljagger and chew gum, and I'm all out of gum. Where's my Dragon Coin award for making auto speaking as Toad voice for 60 seconds? It would cost more than you have. You couldn't afford it. Skull chug. Oh god. Oh god, I got shot in the ankle and died. Of course, I still need to convey that information somehow, so enjoy your mandatory hour-long tutorials. Yeah, because basically, no developers on this earth seem to have learned how to teach players things organically just by designing their levels in a way that they'll experiment with their capabilities. They just have to be told shit. They have to follow fucking quest indicators. I gotta be honest with you, chat. I don't... Yeah, shoot him. Fuck him up. That's actually cool. That's actually cool you can use that cannon. I personally am not offended by quest indicators. Like, I'll play... You know, I'll play an open world game and I'll let it point me to whatever the fuck it wants me to point me at or whatever. I do find it very regrettable that quest indicators seem to have killed any incentive or desire for developers to make like logically flowing areas and quest lines. Like with the advent of quest markers and quest indicators, you can make your quest as stupid and obscure as you want because people just have to follow the glowing gold arrow wherever they need to go. So while I personally don't hate them, I do think it sucks that there are a lot of games out there where basically you can't play them if you turn off the quest indicators. There's no real way to organically learn how and where to go. What the fuck did I just do? Oh my god, I accidentally found the secret area that they talked about in Nintendo Power. Offended by quest indicators when it's an Ubisoft game. I'm also offended by modern Ubisoft games anyway, so whatever. Not gonna lie, I do dislike quest indicators. I always spend less time paying attention to the game and all my time paying attention to the marker. That's all I need to fucking look at. I mean, the other thing about me is I just... Danger! Something, 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 something. The other thing about me is I will straight up... What the fuck? Who in the hell was that? I will straight up play a game that's just me, like... doing a checklist of tasks and thoroughly enjoy it. Like, I'm okay with that. Like, I am personally, like, sometimes I just want to sit down and I want to get like a modern Fallout, just a big old list of quest objectives and just go down the list and just complete everything I can find. Just tell me where to go and what to do. Like, Outer Worlds. Like, I played all the way through Outer Worlds a couple months ago, and that's basically all I did. I would go around the hub, I would hoover up all of the quests, I would go out, I would figure out an optimal path through all of the quest marker objectives, and I would do them. Ah! Jesus. His eyes don't even point the same direction. I'm not saying it's good game design. And in fact, I will lament the death of more logical game design, but I also won't say I don't enjoy it, is the thing. This game actually seems kind of not bad. Yeah, this game is not bad. This game is a pretty competent platformer. The bubblegum powers are definitely a weird flex, but I mean, it's something. It's something different. Be a heck of an emote. Ooh. I think you wouldn't mind objective markers and accessibility option. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. I think objective markers are fine if the average person doesn't need them to suss out a quest. And that's what I really think the big shame is that quest markers made a lot, and I mean a lot of developers out there, very, very lazy. Oh, that's a bottomless pit. You can apparently pause after dying. I like these guys with their skull morning stars. That's actually pretty cool. So wait, am I an idiot? Can you climb this? You can climb this. I'm an idiot. My fucking god, Atomic Heart was actually the worst about it. They use it as a huge band-aid. Sometimes didn't point to the right thing anyway. Damn. I think gems are your life in this? Am I reading that right? Important to prevent scurvy on a seafaring voyage like this. I didn't actually want to throw that box. I won't do that. Things are definitely happening to the soundtrack in this. What does this do anyway? Our Purple makes some kind of like bouncy, wow, extremely bouncy shield around you. Ow. This isn't really working out the way I wanted. Don't kill me! Oh wait, no, I thought that was the exit. Shit. All right, kill me, I guess. Honestly, it'd be pretty funny if you got 80% of the way through the game and then lost due to scurvy since you didn't pick up any fruit. I could totally see a game from this era actually doing that. Or like, if Sierra made The Secret of Monkey Island, they would totally do that. I guess we're actually going up there. It says Amiga game vibes. I agree. I quite strongly agree. Something about the art and the movement in this feel very Amiga-y. It's actually kind of nice. Like, you move at a really decent clip. You have nice floaty, excuse me, nice floaty jumps. Well, you can break torches, so now I'm happy. Kind of boy in his blob shit is. I really don't get the bubblegum thing. The bubblegum thing is super weird. Okay, so apparently this isn't the end of the stage. Why was Sierra so Sierra? Did they have extremely toxic developers who hated the world? No, it's just... I think they wanted their point-and-click adventures to be challenging, and there was nothing on the books that said they couldn't be. You know, I think we have a very different conception of point-and-click adventures now than people did in the Sierra era. You know, I feel like most people now pretty much expect point-and-click adventures to either not be challenging or really only be challenging on like on an intellectual level, like just working out the puzzles. It's this phase and whatnot, but not actually having to worry about like survival as an element of it. I don't think Sierra was necessarily wrong, and there probably is a place for games like that. It's just point and click adventures kind of fell out of favor, and it was the more user-friendly ones that was able to usher the genre back into what prominence it has. A lot of judgment is made with the hindsight of knowing what a decent game is like. This is the Wild West of games. Yes, that is also very true. That is very true. You know, we have an entire swath of extremely quality indie point and click adventures now to compare the back catalog of Sierra against. But I mean, that's with the benefit of like 20 to 30 years. Pim's Bakery? Of 20 to 30 years of hindsight and learning. And I mean, a lot of these developers who work for like Wadjet Eye and other indie point and click developers came up on King's Quest games. They learned from the King's Quest games making these decisions. I can see there's a place for games like that, but I think most of it was truly unfair. I mean, it's kind of an interesting question in and of itself. Like, isn't there a place for truly unfair games? Like, isn't a game being unfair doesn't necessarily mean it's bad, depending on the ways in which it is unfair, right? What does red do? What the fuck does this do? I'm sorry, what? Does that let you fly? Fundamentally disagree with the idea that dying in a game is a bad thing or problem that needs to be fixed. I like pathologic, maybe I'm just a hypocrite. Maybe, yeah, unfair games should exist. I mean, the other thing that we can kind of write this whole conversation off with is that, like, fairness is extremely subjective, you know? There are people that will tell you that games like I Want to Be the Guy are completely fair. Because to them, they see it as a fair challenge. So it's gonna be subjective no matter how you slice it. Oh, we're shooting oh my god. I think we're trying to shoot a dragon or something out there. Failure states are absolutely okay. No. Small question semi-related to this. Do games have to be fun to be good games? Like, if a game not being traditionally fun as the experience they're trying to create, is that a good decision to make? For example, Pathologic isn't a fun game, but I think it not being traditionally fun is part of the point as the experience. Oh, this is the boss. Okay. Holy, what the Jesus? Is that Skuljagger man's? Why is his crotch exploding? Okay, the bosses probably need a little more time to bake in this game. Bye. Ah! Passcode cruel man, cruel bird. It's not fair. You say that so often. I wonder what your basis for comparison is. So anyway, the question of chapter 2, the revolution. The question of, can a game be good without being fun? I mean, yes. Yes. It absolutely can. In the same way that like a movie doesn't have to be happy, it doesn't have to have a happy ending, it doesn't have to be like upbeat or whatever to be a good movie, right? But I do think if you want to make a game that isn't fun, you have to be prepared to accept that as a criticism of it. Because as a source of entertainment, most games accomplish that by being fun, and I think that ultimately is an expectation of the genre. Not the genre, the medium. So if you make a game that isn't fun, and that's part of the message of it, it's like it's intentionally not fun, then I mean that's legit in that you're accomplishing what you set out to do creatively, but I think it's equally legit for people to say, I don't like this game because it is not fun. If a game gives you a meaningful experience, it was worth it even if it sucks. I totally agree. I totally agree. I'm just saying I think games will inevitably be judged more harshly on that because of the expectation of the medium as entertainment. Yeah, games as entertainment versus games as art versus games as a commercial product. And I feel like in general, like compared to other forms of media, games are treated as much more like entertainment than as art, even though they are art. But the balance is different. The balance of perception is different. Horror games are rarely fun in the traditional sense. Well, I mean, they're fun. They're fun in the same way that a roller coaster is fun. It's the thrill of it. It's the visceral emotional response that it gets out of you. Certainly not everyone is going to find it fun. And I certainly don't find all kinds of horror games fun. Like the really terrifying, immersive first-person ones, I wouldn't necessarily say are fun. I would not say I had a fun time playing Soma, but Soma is one of the best games I've ever played. Wow, he just kept falling. Question of games are if games are art is nonsensical because they are. A lot of art sucks. Quality isn't bare. I could not agree more. I don't think there's a question of whether or not games are art because art is human expression and video. Oh, that was quick. Video games are human expression. Video games are art. That's, to me, irrefutable. Like there's no discussion to be had there. Well, I guess we jagged as many skulls as we're gonna tonight. Just put this back on. There you are. One of the main appeals of games for me is being able to tell a story in an interactive manner. Sometimes stories can be told well in unfun interactions. Yeah, definitely. I definitely agree with that. But I can say it personally, like I will sometimes sit down to watch a movie or watch a TV show that I know is going to be like emotionally jarring. It's gonna bring me down. It's not gonna be a fun experience to watch, but it's gonna be an important experience. And I'm much more likely to be willing to do that with a film or a TV show than I am with a game. Part of that might be comparable length. You know, something like Pathologic. You're asking people to be in that kind of grim, hopeless place for a lot longer than if you ask somebody to watch like Requiem for a Dream or something, you know? It's a different ask of your audience as well, with games being so much more of an interactive medium. Question of whether games are making the most of the medium is more meaningful. Is this good because of the game, or could it be another medium instead? That's a good point as well. Yeah, some games pretty clearly were made by people who wanted to be in the film industry and would have worked better as a film. Occasionally you get the opposite of that. You get people who made films that look so much like video games. You're like, they probably just wanted to make a game out of this. So the question is, what's the video game version of Piss Grace? What is the video game version of Piss Christ? I'm not sure specifically, but it was probably made by Tale of Tales. Spaceballs, the movie, the video game, the breakfast cereal, the flamethrower. Kids love this one. You get your David Cages only make games because they know that we've been laughed out of movies. Yeah. Fucking hack. Anyway, chat. Excuse me. My throat's really dried out because I've been doing so much talking tonight. I fall asleep. The Tales of Tale line had you lolling. My pleasure. Glad to help. Enjoy this convo? Oh, definitely. Conversations like this are really the high parts of these streams. They really are the best part. Especially when they happen while I'm doing gameplay. Like, hopefully something mindless, so I can fulfill all needs. I can play video games for the video game inclined, and I can talk about video games for the chatter inclined. Oh, myhouse.wad? I want to play that sometime. I actually haven't looked into anything about what it is. And I've seen, there's a whole bunch of like breakdown videos on YouTube about it, so I want to experience that sometime. Double Dog dare you to go for another hour. You want? As much as I would love to, I was up before 6 a.m. today, so I don't really have the gas in the tank to go late tonight. As much as I would like to, I'm gonna do one thing. I'm gonna stop requests right now because I do want to see what's on the next page. Oh God, I'm so glad I turned off requests. Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm so glad I turned off requests. Now, on the bright side, for you, not for me, when we reconvene on Thursday to continue, when we reconvene on Thursday to continue the power hours, we will start on this page, so it'll be open fucking season. I mean, this really is a murderer's row of bullshit, too. I mean, you've easily got a trifecta here of just straight fucking garbage. So that's gonna be fun. Anyway, schedule. I don't know. Murderer's row of bullshit. I aim to please, Azathoth. Rocky Bullwinkle's coming for your soul. Yeah, I'm not streaming tomorrow night. Sunday's my one night off. Let me sleep, goddammit. I deserve it. Monday, I don't know what we're playing. Haven't decided. Show up. It'll be fun. Maybe we'll talk more about video games as art and their place in popular media or something. Or maybe we'll just play something really stupid. I don't know. Thursday is gonna be all of this, and I know you degenerates just can't wait for that. And then Friday, I don't know what that, I don't know what's going on next week. Just show up. You're gonna show up anyway. We'll do some stuff. We'll talk about things. It'll be great. You'll love it. I'll love it. Everybody will love it. That's what we do around here. Hog week. Anyway, let me find somebody to raid. I think we're gonna raid. I think we're gonna raid. I say Dama. Let's go see what Dama's up. Dama's playing Firmament, which is cool, I think. I don't know. yeah, should be cool. We'll see what this is all about. Folks, thank you so much for coming out tonight. Thank you, each and every one of you, for joining us tonight, for hanging out, for chatting, for sharing your thoughts, your ideas. It's always a really fun time. It really, really is. It's something... It's almost kind of amazing to me that after almost 5 years of streaming, it's still something that I look forward to so much every single night. And if I was some kind of inhuman machine, I would stream on Sundays, just so I could keep this party going. But I am but weak flesh, and I need my rest. So hopefully I will see y'all on Monday for whatever the fuck we're doing then. But until then, as always, y'all take care. Bye, everybody.